All right there, welcome guys, welcome back. Gonna show up now in Aspen. We are in Aspen. I'm just waiting up for some final details and then we're ready to get ourselves up on out of here. Get on out of here. Okay. Just gonna check the chat in a second if anybody's in town. Otherwise, just gonna get this started up. Let's see if anyone's in town. Let's see. Nobody's in town. Nah, no one's in town. All right. Give me a sec here while I set this up for us to get ourselves up on out of here. The V35 is looking absolutely gorgeous. I have to say. Let's put it on. I think Benny will be joining us today. Hopefully, I don't know. Perhaps he will be. Let's find out. Giving him a little call at the moment. Oh. Let's find out if Benny is going to be joining us. I think Benny is going to be joining us. Anybody else in the chat today? That was Benny's ringtone right there that you guys heard. It's Benny calling me to join the live today. So after a while, we're going to have Benny on board, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah. I'm going to have Benny on the line. Okay, let's just go ahead and get started up without the countdown here today. There we go. Benny, can you hear me? Hold on. I think Benny is not audible right now. Benny, can you hear me? Could you say that again, please? Right, I think you are. Yes, you are definitely audible now. It's been a while, yeah. Okay, give me a second. Okay. There's a bunch of fun. Plan is simple today. We're gonna take our V35B here, which is looking absolutely gorgeous. Look at how good this thing looks. My goodness, isn't that one of the best looking aircrafts in terms of GA aircrafts that you've seen in Microsoft Flight Sim? That is beauty. Look at that. The F-22A, I believe, yeah. Basically the non-V-tail version of the same aircraft, more or less. But wow, that is gorgeous. Let's take a closer look at it from the drone camera, shall we? Oh, come on, look at that. Oh, yes. So before we do that, let's take a look at where we are today. We're at Aspen Pitkin field here. As you can tell, mountains all around us. Really, really beautiful. Would you look at that? There's an aircraft taking off right there. It seems to be a Cessna citation of some sort or whatever. Anyway, I think this DLSS version needs to be changed out for me. It's giving me too much ghosting. But anyway, let's take a look at this beautiful aircraft, man. Look at the details on that. Oh, yep. Look at that. Bonanza. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Look at the way how it's written here. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at the interior. We can look at that in a bit. Once we are in the cockpit mode. My God, that's a good looking aircraft. Woof. Look at that green color right there. Oh yeah. That's a good stuff, huh? That's a good stuff. Anyway. Let me jump into the cockpit here. And we can get ourselves up and out of here. We're just going to take a quick little few loops through the mountains. Take a look around, chat a little bit. Then we're going to come back in for a nice and easy landing here today. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for today's stream. Perhaps we could fly to one of the airstrips near Pitkin, Aspen, of which there are quite a few actually. So, you know, we might decide to do that as well, right? So let's try and do that. Let's try and do that. Okay, where are we at the moment? Give me a second, just to sort out my navigation system here. Okay, so we could. There's quite a number of airstrips near us. We could go to any one of them, really. Denver isn't too far away either. We could literally fly to Denver if we wanted to. So it's also possible. So yeah, doesn't matter. Whatever we end up doing, let's just wing it here today. Without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started up, shall we? Oh, gorgeous aircraft you are. What a beauty. Anyway, let's get rid of the yoke here. Fuel selector. Fuel selector here is, what is it on? Left tank. Okay, fine. That's good. Fuel mixture, full rich, depending on our altitude here. Ooh, we are high up there already. We don't want full rich for that. So we want somewhere half there. Propeller full in, throttle cracked open. That should do. We've got a bunch of panel lights and stuff like that here. We don't need to worry about that. What is this? I don't know what this is. Where's the fuel pump? Fuel pump is here. Okay, great. Battery on, please. Nav lights on, beacon lights on here. We can leave taxi lights on if we wanted to. Avionics on here. Fuel pump on here. Alternate what? Air. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Do I need to prime the engines or anything like that? Defrost, cabin heat, aft, parking brake. We don't need to worry about any of this, do we? We don't need to worry about any of this. We don't need to worry about any of this. Any of this? Any of this. Okay. It's all looking good. All right, fine. Let's go ahead and start the engine. Let's see how that looks like. Okay, we got a good start. Gonna crack open the throttle there. Let the RPM rise above 1000. While all of that is happening, let me come here. Got our autopilot here, but okay, it is working. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine, ladies and gentlemen. That's working. Got our. Okay, I can't change that. Can't manipulate that. Yaw damper here, working as well. No way to tell when it's turned on and off, unfortunately. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Flaps are up right now. We can put them down to approach 15 degrees. Looking good. Oil temperature, all good. Cylinder temperature is, I believe. That is looking good. Amperes. We're discharging at the moment. Alternators are off. Yep, alternators on now. There we go. We're charging. Great. Oil pressure looking good. Fuel on both sides. We have plenty for today. We've plenty. GPS nav. Oh, it does this here. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, great. Okay, we've got GPS available to us in case we need to use it. Okay, we've got plenty of airports near us. Why aren't they showing up? Oh, they're there. Plenty of airports near us. Denver is somewhere this way as well, so we can just fly by this today. No need to do anything else here. Headingberg is a bit funny here. Calibrated altimeter there. Okay, 7,700. Let's go up to 10,700 feet. We'll keep that at... Yeah, I'll keep it at 10,000 at the very limit of this thing, more or less. So you're gonna have to arm it from here, then engage V-speed, then come here and do the V-speed here. So that's how this thing works. The altitude stuff is here, and the rest of the autopilot is here. Anyway, all of that is done. Without further delay, I think we're ready to get on out of here, aren't we? Need to look at the lights here. Taxi lights are on. Yep, taxi lights are on now. Pitot heat, we'll leave it on. We're in Aspen, it's pretty cold. Makes sense to leave that on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. For a quick look outside right here. Let's get on out of here. Releasing parking brake. Parking brakes released, right? Yes. Give it a bit of throttle there. Why aren't we moving? Anna says hello. Hello on yeah. Anna says hello. Hello there, mate. How are you doing? We might have a bit of a problem with our power here. I think we need to put the mixture a little richer. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay. Hold on. Before I go anywhere, gotta check which way the wind is, huh? The wind is 4 knots from 42 degrees. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where we take off from, so yeah, I can go either way, so I'm just gonna take off from here. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. All right. Is there anybody else in the chat at the moment? I think Waypoint has left us for the time being. Yes, I believe so. Okay, we can go here and turn on the strobe lights if I can find it. Come here, Mr. Strobe Lights. Where are you? Strobe is right there. Okay, I see it. I see it. Okay, we're going a little too fast there. Let's pump the brakes on that. Strobe lights there, landing lights up, taxi lights off. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Okay. Put that brake right there, and we're gonna turn. Brilliant. Gonna leave it right there. What is this again? Oh, the cowl flap. The cowl flaps are fully open. So I'm going to have to put them back up after takeoff. Okay. All right. Let's go then, shall we? Release parking brake 50%. Engines are rising appropriately. Kind of. What's wrong with the parking brake? Okay, I've released the parking brake. We're barely moving here. I don't think we have enough power. Okay, let's try that. Okay. I mean, this is the limit of this aircraft anyway. We're at Aspen Pitkin. It's very high up as it is. So let's see if we can actually fly it. One thing that often ends up happening at Fly the Noob is we fly aircrafts at way higher altitudes than they're supposed to, and that leads to a lot of issues. Let's hope that doesn't happen here today. Let's find out. Let's test the limits of the V35B. Okay, we got wind there. I'm just gonna pull up here because the wind is a bit crazy. Okay, there we go. Okay, positive rate, gear up. That seems about right. I'm gonna put my flaps up here. Look at that, we're struggling. We are struggling. We are struggling for sure, but luckily our airspeed is increasing. Cowl flaps closed. Landing lights off. Fuel pump. Where is the fuel pump? I forgot where the fuel pump is. Oh, right here. You can turn that off. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, huh? That's pretty much it. I need to reduce the RPM slightly. Not by a lot, just slightly there. And I need to put our throttle there. Okay, I think we're okay. I don't want to push it though. I really don't want to push it. We're going to the side of a mountain. So we got to make this turn, and then I think we'll be okay. Yeah, if we make this turn, we should be okay. We should be okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk going into those mountains. I don't think we're gonna make it out of there. Yeah, we're not. Unfortunately, Benny, your audio is way worse than what it was when you joined. It was perfect when you joined. Yeah. No, now it's fine. It keeps coming in and out. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know what I'll do? I'm going to go to autopilot. I'm going to ask it to... Okay, you know what? Not yet. Not just yet. Let's hand fly this thing a little bit here. Even at these extreme altitudes, this thing is it's a lovely aircraft. It's really fun, man. I believe it's one of the better GA aircrafts included in Microsoft Flight Sim. Okay, that isn't too terrible. That isn't too terrible, and we've got speed on our side a little bit as well. Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and engage autopilot, hold altitude, hold heading mode as well. We're gonna throw that bug the other way here so we don't go crashing into a mountain. Manifold pressure looking okay, RPM looking okay. Everything else I think is pretty fine. Yeah, I think so. Strobe light, nav light, beacon light, all of that stuff looking good. Yeah, there we go. That isn't too bad at all. That isn't too bad at all, is it? As we leave behind Aspen Pitkin. Should I dare to venture in between these mountains? No, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. Because we're gonna crash. And we know we're gonna crash. I mean, out this way, the mountains flatten out. So if we're going this way, the mountains flatten out. So that's something that you gotta keep in mind here. So if we're going this way, the mountains will flatten out. If we're turning around this way, we're gonna fly into some peaks there. So whichever way we're going, you tell me. Let's follow the road. Okay, that's a good suggestion right there. Follow the road. Where's the road leading us? It's this way. Yeah, pretty much the road leads us that way. Yeah, we can go this way. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Okay, so we'll go this way. Let me throw our heading bug off to this side. Come on, make that turn quick. Come on, don't take us into the side of a mountain, Mr. Autopilot. Okay, we'll be fine, I think. I think we'll be fine. There we go. The texture work is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it is. Why? Well, it would still be better in 2020 in my opinion. It's still blurry as well. You can tell from the ground. If I zoom in, look at that. Quite blurry. But when I mean textures, I mean the aircraft textures are absolutely gorgeous is what I mean. That is what I was talking about. Still having a bit of framiness here in 2024. I don't know what's going on. Still having just a little bit of framiness, but it's okay. There we go. Just flying the aircraft using the heading bug. Got plenty of speed on our side, so that's something I'm happy about. Just taking that for a spin just to see how it's going. It's alright. Not a big fan of the frame rates here in 2024. Hey, nothing we can do. Let me try throw that off to the side here. There we go. Brilliant. As a passenger, we could probably just follow the road back, but it does have a few forks and sparks along the way, but you know, but still. We're coming up on El Jebel. We're coming up on the settlement of El Jebel. I believe it's a town. I don't know why I keep calling them settlements. Well, they are settlements, aren't they? Anyway. Yeah, frame rate is a little bit funny now. It's just a little bit funny, not too much. Nothing like what we had in Uluru, but, you know. Still using the heading bug here just to have a little bit of fun. Stand this way. Following the road as recommended by Benny. Alright, is there anybody else in chat? Anybody else in chat? I don't think so. It's just Anas. Anas said hello, that's about it. So what's been new with you, Benny? Sorry? I was saying, what's new with you? Intense. Ah. Well. At least you did you enjoy yourself? It was alright. Ah, yes. How did that go? Ah. Cool. Just quickly check what's going on here. There you go. Yeah. My kick is kicking. The Twitch is twitching. Yep, we're live on all three. Everything is live. Everything is live. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Alright. Get back in the cockpit here. Just manipulate our heading bug just a little bit. Let's put the course. I don't even know why I did that. There's no need for that, but anyway. Oh, these buttons actually do work in this one. It's a good looking aircraft, this thing. My goodness, what a good looking aircraft indeed. don't know, man. One thing I don't like are the MSFS it's not very smooth, is it? Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. This is good enough, definitely, for a decent flying experience. So we're gonna turn towards Glenwood now, and we can do that by turning our bug this way. We're gonna turn towards our right. That's gonna take us towards a Glenwood, where we could perform a landing. You know, why not? So I'll perform a landing at Glenwood there. Bring our heading bug right. Yes, there are a couple of GA planes in X-Plane. I only have the ones. Obviously, in X-Plane, I have not bought any aircrafts. I have the Aerogenesis A330, which is good. Waypoint is back. Hello there, Waypoint. Welcome back. Welcome back. And like you suggested, we took off from Aspen. We're just following the roads and the valleys, and we are nearly in Glenwood at this point, where I'm planning to perform a landing or a touch and go, whichever. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I've got Aerogenesis A330. I've got the Zibo Mode 737-800, which are both excellent aircrafts, and those are the only two aircrafts I have that are worth mentioning in X-Plane 12, apart from obviously the default stuff. So in default GA, we've got a couple of good ones. There's the Lancair or Lancer? Lancer is there. Evolution, and then we've got the Cirrus as well, but apart from that, not much in the way of GA for X-Plane 12. X-Plane is not the best for GA. Anyway, before we discuss further on X-Plane, let me disengage the autopilot. Let me I forget this aircraft makes noise if I... There is Glenwood ahead of us. I don't know if you can see it. There's a runway right ahead of us. So I'm gonna make a little... Which way shall I turn? Frame rates again being a little bit buggy here. But I don't know. I don't know how the stream is looking to you guys at the moment. But there is Glenwood right there. Oh, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. But it's a little bit funny for me. It's a little bit funny for me. I suppose it's actually perfectly fine. I think I'm just being a little bit overly sensitive. There we go. Yep, that's a runway right there. That's Glenwood. So we're coming up on Glenwood right here. So we're going to perform a landing here, obviously. Going to perform a little landing here. I'm going to take Sky Dolly on now. I'm going to come in and perform a swooping landing here. Let's see how that goes, eh? Let's see how that goes. There it is. That is a narrow runway, isn't it? It's a very, very... Yeah, I mean, if this can't land in it, what can? Oh no, I'm gonna go a little bit forward and swoop around. So we'll be okay. We'll be okay, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be okay. Alright, let's pop back in here now. I hate the fact that it makes that noise when you put the throttle to idle without the gear down. Okay, before I turn back around here, I'm going to use that little corner there to turn back around. But before I do that, let me turn on my landing lights. Turn on that. I'll push that in. I'll push that in a little bit there. And yeah, there we go. Okay, gonna make that turn now. It's gonna be a tight turn though, eh? It is gonna be a tight turn. Let's find out how it's gonna go. Alright, making that turn right away. It's gonna push it in this way first. And then I'm gonna push it out. There we go. Some scared passengers there, that's okay. There we go. There we go. Come on. And in. Now where on earth is that runway? I don't see it. Oh, it's behind that bend. Ah, there it is. There it is. Okay, great. Drop the gear. There we go. We're dropping the gear right there. A little too early, but it's better than being late, eh? Put those down, give it 50% throttle there, and we're pretty much going to maintain this more or less, and then we're going to go in for a landing. Ooh, seems like I need more power there. We are at 90% throttle and maintaining 70 knots. Good lord. Okay, there are trees right in front of us. This is a problem that MSFS has throughout in 2020 and 2024. Trees right in front of there. I mean, how do you expect to land? That's not... okay. What should we do? You know what? I'm gonna slip through the side here. Let's see if that's possible. See if I can slip through the side there. Watch. There is, but I can just slip through here as long as I don't hit these. Yep, there we go. And we'll bring it in here. Let's see if... Oh, come on. Okay, down. There we go. That was pretty cool. Can turn our aircraft in. We're not going to stop here, obviously, but we're just turning our aircraft in for the time being. Okay, so let's just put on our parking brakes. Take a look at that landing replay. Let's take a look at that beautiful landing replay, shall we? Let's take a look at that. Come on. Okay. Let's check that out. Rewinding. Okay, that must have been a fun one, huh? Let's check it out from this angle first, and then we'll... You know what? Let's just go directly to this. No, not this. Come on, give me a better angle than that. Ah, this one. Let's try this one first. Okay, let's see how it looked like from here. Yeah, probably. He doesn't know that we're gonna shimmy over. I should have continued shimmying a bit more, but not a problem. Not a problem. Oh, we landed on the edge of the runway right there. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Nice and easy. Pretty cool right there. Let's have a couple more looks, and then we'll continue on our journey here. Let's check out from this view. Let's check out that landing from this view. I think we can take a look at that too. There you go, right at the edge of the runway there. Could have done a better job with the center line, but hey, still decent enough for that kind of approach. I will take it. Okay, so let's see if we have any cabin view available for this. Come on, cabin view. Do I have any cabin view available for this? Oh, wait, I do. Just this. Oh, okay. Cool enough. Let's try this one. Let's take a look at that cabin view, eh? Nice and easy. All right. All right. I don't know if you guys saw that, but what's the point of having a windsock in the middle of trees? I don't know. But anyway. That is pretty stupid. Okay, cool. That being said, let's get on out of here, shall we? So we can now take off and head on straight back into Aspen if we wanted to. Or we could continue on our journey towards Eagle... What is it called? Eagle County Regional Airport. We could go there. Or we could go towards Rifle Garfield County. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I could update... Alright, okay. Let me just update the nav bar here. Rifle Garfield County. Alright, so that's where we are landing it then. That's where we are calling it today. Alright, let's get on out of here. Let's get on out of here. Let me just take a look at my setup here. There's somebody having fun with fireworks there. Okay, taxi lights can remain off. Strobe lights can remain. Strobe lights can go on there. Everything else is on apart from taxi lights and that's fine. That's fine. This can remain on for the time being, and let's go and take off. Release parking brakes and give it a bit of throttle there. Okay. Let's turn ourselves around and take off and get on out of here towards Rifle. What is it called again? Rifle Garfield County Airport. Rifle Garfield County. That is what it's called. Alrighty, we're gonna take off with a little bit of a tailwind component here. Not gonna worry about it though. So KRIL is where we're going. Alright. Let's turn around here, shall we? Oh, look at that. We have some general aviation aircraft parked on either side of us. Okay, we're just gonna give it a bit more throttle there just to get us moving. Why is this thing misbehaving now? There we go. Brilliant. Brilliant. Turn around. We might have a stuck rudder. I need to check that in a bit. We might have a stuck rudder. Do we have a stuck rudder? No, sir. Okay, we're just gonna release that. Okay, give it 50%. Okay, it's responding but barely. There we go, give it 90 and full. Let's get on out of here. There we go. Trouble holding the center line here. Just gonna take off there. Put that gear up. Put that flap up. Clear those trees by shimmying over to the right or left rather. And yep, I'm just gonna follow this for the time being. Heading berg right there. I'll give it over to the autopilot. I'm gonna say heading. Wait, that's not working at the moment. That's interesting. Let's try and give it off to the autopilot. It's not working. Oh. Mr. Autopilot has decided. Oh, I know why. I know why. I have the disengage. Yep, now it'll work. There we go. There we go, looking good. Anna says these shorter streams are nicer, to be honest. Yeah, I mean they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool, but sometimes you gotta play the long game. I mean, it's nice when you break down a long streaming session into smaller streams. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Okay, let's turn ourselves in here. While that's happening, let me put the flaps are up. Condition there is okay. RPM slightly lower is better. Throttle, let's hit it 90. Landing lights can come off, and there we go. That is it, and on our way. I don't know, the frame rates have taken a hit again. Yep, they've taken a serious hit now. So I don't know what's going on with 2024, but the frame rates have taken a serious hit there. Yep, we're taking a hit with the rates. We're taking a hit with the frame rates. Something ain't right with 2024. I'm telling you, something ain't right with it. This is not region specific, there's something wrong with it. Let's see if I can make this turn in time. I think we might plow ourselves into that mountain. Let's find out. Let's find out. No. No. Let's see. Oh no. Let me take manual control there. Because the heading bug decided to not cooperate with me. So yeah, let's fly this way here. Straight on the heading bug. I'm gonna engage the autopilot. There we go. Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is with 2024, but it's taken a hit. It has taken a hit all of a sudden. I didn't have any issues a couple of days ago. Now it's bad. It's pretty bad again. It is pretty bad again. It's fairly easy to tell when it's on the edge. I did have a driver update recently, so I'm pretty certain it's because of the driver update. So I don't think that driver update is working very well with Sim Update 2. Anyway. Another day in the flight sim world, another problem to solve. Honestly, these updates are just getting, especially with MSFS, but these things are getting on my nerve now. I mean, every time there's a driver update, you find a combination of the Windows update and the driver update and the MSFS version that works together. It remains stable for about a month before somebody decides to launch an update that changes that. And then round and round we go on the dance of catch up. So it's terrible right now, the frame rate. It might not look too bad on the stream, but it definitely looks horrible. For me, at least. Very, NVIDIA drivers have been so bad the past few months, yep. I just updated to the latest driver, and I think that was a mistake. I think that was a mistake, because I didn't have this issue right before updating it. Let's see. Let us see. The thing is, flight sim is the last thing that's on anyone's mind when they're making drivers, you know? These drivers are made for the mainstream games and all that stuff. They're not really made for games like flight simulators, you know? So NVIDIA drivers are always a pain. And these past few months they've been worse, you're right. Look at the horrible texture. Look at the texture on that mountain. That's not good at all. That is not good at all. Yeah, I mean, there's clearly something going on. There's something going on. No, it's not the sunlight. It's just horrible. Look at the way all these... Look at this thing. Look at this. Yeah, it's not good at all. Anyway. At least the stream is looking decent enough for you guys. That's good enough for me. I can deal with it being a little bit crappy on my end. That's okay. Let's just hope for a better driver update here. Let's hope for a better driver update here. What else can I say? What else can I say? This has to be the driver update. There's nothing else that can explain this. There is nothing else that can explain this. I can, and I will do that. I am going to roll back the driver. Go back to the old one. So I'm going to do that. I might also... Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You did mention it. It's because of the V-tail. It doesn't have enough stability on the lateral axis there. So yeah. So why go with the V-tail design? Perhaps that's why it's not so successful. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. It is a cool looking aircraft though. I like the way how it looks. It's a cool looking aircraft. Yeah, it is part of my top 3. It's beautiful. Okay, so my top 3, one of them is this. The other one is definitely the Piper Dakota now, which is a really beautiful aircraft. And we've got the airport dead ahead of us. We're a little late to the party, ladies and gentlemen. But don't you worry. Captain Me is quite stupid. So there we go. Cut that. Drop that gear, bring that flap down, push up that RPM there, put that mixture a little bit rich. Let's see if we can make this. Oh, we can easily make it. We can easily make this landing, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you make sure that your passengers throw up. This is how you make sure that you never get hired as a pilot. What's going on here? There's something funny going on with the controls here. Anyway, I'm on the controller at the moment, which makes it much more difficult, and I have controller assist off if I'm not wrong. Do I have it off or on? I have no idea. Anyway, the reason I'm flying with a controller today is I wasn't planning on doing any of the streams today. Look at the textures on the runway, right? Oh, come on. It's just... Okay, anyway. Let's just float here a little bit. Oop! We bounced there. Should we go around? Let's go around. As a matter of fact... Yeah, I don't need to, do I? It's a long runway. I could just... I could just put it down here. But the trim is all messed up. So it will keep bouncing. Look at that. The trim is messed up. And we did Tokyo Drift there, didn't we? Oh, haha. Still under control here. Not really. I think there's a serious crosswind, huh? Whatever. We should have gone around, but nonetheless. We can reattempt that landing, so why don't we just reattempt it? We just reattempt it. So let's try and do that. Let's just try and do that. Yeah, let's just reattempt that landing right there by doing this. Come on, stop for the love of God. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a crosswind here that's quite serious, but still. Oh God, I can't pause it. There we go, I paused it. Okay, great. Alright, so we can just reattempt it from right here. Alright? So let's record that. Okay. Is everything else set the way it should be? Not really. Put that in, put that a bit rich. Landing lights are on. Strobe lights, taxi lights. Okay, that's enough. I think I'll be alright now. Yeah, the trim is messed up, as you guys can tell. The trim is very messed up. Unfortunately, I don't have my throttle quadrant set up to worry about the trim at the moment. I'm gonna have to land it with messed up trim. It's a good test of piloting skills anyway. Let's see what I can do here. Literally a millimeter on the joystick makes all the difference at the moment. Let's see how this goes. Can I use the rudder here? I can't. If I do, I'm gonna have a problem. Oh god, we touched down, didn't we? Yep, we did. Yep, there we go. There we go. Alright. Alrighty. What? Okay. Let's check out that landing, and I'm pretty sure that landing wasn't great, but I'm gonna take it here. Gonna take it here. Let's find out. Let's find out how that landing went. Why don't we try this view? Okay. Let's check that out. I need to sort out this simulator. I need to roll back my driver. So that's what I'll do as soon as this stream is done. I'm gonna go back and roll back the drivers. Yeah, we touched down there. Nearly stalling. I should have just left that go, but anyway. So yeah, we landed with a crosswind component. Very rushed approach there. Messing around really. Messed up trim. On an Xbox controller. I should just stop being lazy. Well, I wasn't really planning on doing this stream, so that's why I don't really have my throttle quadrant and all that stuff out. But anyway. It's not too terrible. Let's play one more replay here. From this view, look at the reflections on that. That's really cool. Really cool. And before my next stream, I need to roll back the drivers here. Before the next stream, I need to roll back the drivers here. Ooh. All right. Okay. Okie dokie. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and what do we do? Oh, we can just backtrack. We can just backtrack here. You want to try go over the sand? Oh, there are rocks on it, so we're gonna crash for sure. Yeah, we're gonna crash for sure, so put our flaps up. Get our landing lights off here, strobe lights off here. Get that fuel pump off as well, we don't need it. Okay. In we go. Anything else we need to turn off here? We don't really need the pitot heat anymore. Gonna go turn this way. Oh, not handcrafted, so that means taxi lights everywhere. Let's turn this way, or is it handcrafted? I have no idea where I've landed. Where are we again? A Rifle Garfield. That, yeah, I don't think it's handcrafted though. Nonetheless, we could turn in here, find ourselves a parking. I like drifting with this aircraft, it's fun. Where can we park? Hello? Oh well. Oh, we can go this way. Let's go this way. There we go. Come on, drift. Yep, there we go. That's a cool way. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, that was just us mucking about, really, not a very serious flight by any means, obviously. Gonna pull back on that, pull back on that, pull back on that. I'm going to turn all of those off. Alternators. What? Oh, these are on. My bad. Let me turn all of them off like this. Alternators off there. Approach that is up. Fuel selector. You can put that on. Off there as well. Anything else I can turn off? I turned this off, didn't I? Oh, it is off. Okay. Avionics master switch can come off. Yeah, all of that can go off. Pretty much. There we go. There we go. Beautiful aircraft. Not a very serious flight there by any means, but we mucked around a little bit. Had a bit of fun there. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that little live stream there. Benny, thank you very much for joining. Waypoint, thank you so much. The next live stream is going to be an actual airline flight. It's either going to be X-Plane 12, Aer Lingus New York to Dublin, which is going to be a very long stream, or it's going to be an A321 LR flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's been a while since I flew that, so it could be either one of those, but we're going to have a more serious airline flight. So that's what's going to be coming up next. And I'm going to go and roll back my drivers here so that I can get better frame rates back to what I was getting before this atrocity that I installed. So once again, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in. Leave a like, consider subscribing. There's a lot more coming. And I need to get to work on some videos as well. Anyway, thank you so much, Benny, for tuning in. I shall catch you guys in the next stream. Show mate. And yeah, see you guys.